Welcome back. Now, Windhoek is set to host its very first large-scale beauty exhibition this weekend, bringing together top skincare, makeup, grooming and wellness brands under one roof. Now, the Vision's Beauty Exhibition 2026 promises not just products, but conversations around identity, inclusivity and the future of beauty in Namibia. We're joined this evening by organizer Luis Munana to tell us more about what you can expect. Louis, good evening and welcome.
Hi, Nina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm glad that we're having a different kind of conversation. It's always fashion. Now it's about beauty.
Yes, I was about to say, so something different for a change, something refreshing.
Well, this is being described as Windhoek's first large-scale beauty exhibition. What gap in the industry is it that you sort of took note of that inspired this event?
So basically, we consume beauty on a daily basis. All of us, male, female, child, adult, across the board. So, and also having traveled extensively, we see what the outside world has to offer. So again, it's why doesn't Namibia have a platform where everything beauty comes under one roof and we celebrate each other, we connect, we inspire, and we experiment, basically. So that's in a nutshell. That is why. That is the big why. Yes.
Well, there's a lot going to be happening on the day. You mentioned there's about 35 vendors, and it's not just locals.
No.
So it's people from Nigeria. Talk to us about this.
I think what's exciting is when we started reaching out to people and putting out the poster to say we're having a call out, because we did a call out for exhibitors. The response we got was from as far as Nigeria. It's Be Beautiful Hair. They have hair extensions and other hair products. From South Africa, we have about 3 companies, then from Zimbabwe and so forth. So people actually reached out to say, I want to be part of this exhibition because I believe my products could also sell in Namibia. So we said yes to that. But then again, we have 28 Namibian exhibitors and then the rest are international. So that says something about the industry.
Yes. What does it say about the beauty industry in Namibia? Because I mean, when we look at the music industry, the fashion industry, etc., we can see the growth here, but I don't think we talk enough about the beauty industry in this country. What is the status quo? What are your thoughts and sentiments around the beauty industry in Namibia?
So I think it's one of those untapped industries in a sense that we don't shed light on it in a way that can make somebody in matric or in grade 11 say, I actually want to venture into this, because it's very big. It's not just because, like, when people hear beauty, they think it's just makeup or, you know, it's something feminine. But it's larger than that. There's surgical people. There are doctors who are just in the beauty field. There are people that are launching products that are becoming entrepreneurs because of their beauty products. There are people that are redistributing. They are reselling. There are people that are coming up with their own skin care, hair care lines. And then it's so much wider because barbers, you know, people that play around with hair, people that play around with skin. So it's quite interesting. When I started diving deep, I was like, wow, this is a whole...
It's quite broad.
It's broad. You know, you can't just box it into one thing. It's very broad.
I understand there's going to be live demos. There's also going to be master classes and consultations. How did you curate the brands and you know, the experts that are going to be involved in the day? So
one of the highlights that I insisted upon, I said, what about the gentleman that is coming to the beauty exhibition? What's his experience going to be like? Because again, when you hear beauty, you think femininity. So we have things like the men's corner, for example. The men's corner is there just to offer 3 haircuts to the gents. There's a stall full of male products, and then there's a pool table. There's whiskey and there's cigars. There's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a lounge. So if a gentleman is coming with his female counterparts, go chill in the lounge and you're still exposed to products. There are things like you mentioned, live demos. We have people that are up and coming in the industry that want to learn how to do hair, how to do makeup, how to use certain products, how to redistribute and resell. So the live demos are specifically for that. We have an expert who's coming to do a masterclass for hair, for makeup. We have a panel discussion as well, you know. So in the panel discussion, we are interviewing people that have been in the industry that have made it a career, you know, for themselves. We want to hear from you. How has it been? What's the journey like? What's the trajectory? People in the entertainment space. photographers also consume beauty or partake in beauty
Yes.
because they expose it, you know.
Yes.
So the whole idea mainly was you come to this venue, you leave with you leave with an experience.
Yes.
There's a live stage. There are performances on the live stage. There's a DJ playing, panel discussion, there's a speaker. This Pokelo is coming straight from Paris Fashion Week. The next big event is Namibia for the Visions Beauty Expo. She's coming to speak about the experience because she's been in the beauty space for a very long time.
Yes.
You know, so it's a vibe. You know, it's not just like I'm going through stalls, checking products. No, it's a whole thing. There are goodie giveaways, sampling. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You
You mentioned earlier about, you know, sometimes the medical field also can, you know, be considered beauty industry. Are you going to have professionals of that kind there? If I'd like a little bit of Botox to see if it really works, so I'll be able to get some?
Fortunately, yes. We cannot avoid the elephant in the room. People do Botox procedures, people do BBLs, people do things to enhance their beauty. We need to hear from the horse's mouth, from the doctors. What is that industry like? How can I get into it if I want to become a doctor in that profession? And then for me as a patient that is going to a consumer, what are the risks involved? What can I expect? What are the do's? What are the don'ts? Because, you know, you hear these stories of people that are going in the backyards and they're getting injected with stuff and they're botched, you know what I'm saying? So let's hear from the professionals.
Yes, I love it.
Definitely.
Well, where's it taking place, Louis? It's happening on Saturday. And of course, people who want to attend, how can they get the hold of tickets, etc.? Talk to us about that.
Okay. So, Nina, I stay on a farm, you know. I hope you know that by now. Like I stay outside of Windhoek on a farm.
Outside of the city, yes.
So I've literally been sleeping at the Windhoek showgrounds because of the setup. If I tell you how big this exhibition is, you'll see for yourself with the pictures if you don't come. Just the setup alone will give that international feel, that global experience, because the idea is eventually in the future, we want this to be a tourist destination. You know the same way we leave Namibia to experience other exhibitions in other countries when they invite us and all of that. So we want this to be a hub also in the Southern Africa. So so Windhoek Showgrounds was perfect for this because it is a massive hall in the Marua Hall, and it can accommodate all 35 exhibitors so far. Comfortably.
And what time is it going to be starting on Saturday?
So our program runs from 10 a.m. officially, but we are expecting people to arrive from 9 a.m. And like I mentioned, 30 minutes there's a speaker, 30 minutes there's a live demonstration, 30 minutes there's a competition giveaway on stage, 30 minutes there is a performance, you know, 30 minutes there is someone doing something beauty related. So the stage is always going to be busy. That's why there's a food court and all of that. And we are going all the way until 6 p.m.
Fantastic.
So the whole day you can come and just
and
chill
of course
there.
purchase. And I mean, you said there's Namibian vendors there. Of course, there's also international ones. And so come and support also. Because as we mentioned, this is an industry that's growing. So they need all the support they can get. And the next step, we want to see these products in the shops as well.
100%, because that is the aim after all at the end of the day.
Of course.
Yes.
Louis, thank you so much. I love this. All the best with the rest of the planning. Get some sleep in between if you can.
I shall.
And we look forward to seeing how it all unfolds on Saturday. Thank you.
Hope to see you there.
Yes. Thank you, Louis. Well, that was Luis Munana speaking to us about Visions Beauty Exhibition 2026 taking place this Saturday at the Windhoek Showgrounds. Go onto the social pages to see how you can attend, what time it starts, and of course, what you can indulge in on the day. On that note, we wrap up